This is music, and this is Collecting in Style. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that was a brand new thing to me. It didn't occur to me that this could be a thing before I started watching VC videos. And by the way, if it sounds like I'm brewing coffee, I am not. It's my cat having a chill time right underneath the microphone. Also, in case you're wondering, this is not Usual Illusion. It's the Mos Eisley Cantina Band. They beat Guns N' Roses to it. Anyways, so the thing I'm going to talk about that didn't even occur to me, but that I'm really happy that I actually learned about from watching VC videos is the inbox or new arrivals bin. And both are, of course, kind of like metaphors. Inbox is, I guess, from your email inbox, which itself is a metaphor based on the actual inbox of snail mail back in the day. So it's gone full circle. New arrivals bin, I guess, is technically a metaphor too, because it's like it draws on when you actually have something out there in a store, and the new things that came in often were to be found in a new arrivals bin, literally. So I learned about this from watching VC videos, and this has definitely improved, especially vinyl collecting for me, but also CD collecting. So on the odd chance that there's somebody like me that hasn't got any idea what an inbox is in connection with collecting vinyls and other music media, it can literally be a box where you keep the new records that you've bought. So you kind of keep them in a box separate from your collection, right? And it seems that people use the inbox for different things. Some people sort of keep their new vinyls in the inbox before integrating them into the collection, so they can just listen to them and see, oh, I actually don't like this one, I'm gonna flip it or sell it, or give it to someone or whatever, right? So it's kind of like a gatekeeping thing, right, to prevent bad stuff from coming into your collection, if you know what I mean. I think a lot of people use it for that. Other people also just use it because they basically have already sort of a system of keeping new acquisitions separate from the collection, and instead of having them just lying around, they keep them in a box for sort of basically logistic reasons, right? So there can be lots of different ways or the different purposes of having an inbox. And of course, it can literally be a box, and it can also not be a box. So it gets even more metaphor-y, I guess. So in my case, I first, initially, when I learned about this, I actually literally did use a box where I would put my new vinyls in, and then I would listen through them and then integrate them into my collection. And so I don't really have the inbox for sort of quality assurance and gatekeeping. I just have it because, so here's the thing, before I learned about the inbox, I would just integrate albums into my collection as soon as I bought them, and I had sort of transferred them into the outer sleeves and inner sleeves and all that stuff that I prefer. And that means that sometimes I put them into my collection and I forgot about them because I have so many other things I want to listen to, and so on and so forth. So I do have some things in my collection that I have never listened to. This one here, just as an example, it's in my collection. I just threw it into my collection. I actually haven't heard this item yet, this particular version of it. I have a digital copy. I kind of liked it, so I decided to pick it up on vinyl as well, just to give you one example. So I use the inbox to make sure that I actually get to listen to all the new stuff I buy before I put it into my collection. So that's my purpose of using an inbox. Now, after I reorganized my CD and my DVD collection and transferred my CDs and DVDs to plastic pockets, I have liberated actually a lot of shelf space in my listening area. So that means that now my inbox is an in shelf, I'm looking at it. That's why I'm looking off screen, because it's just way up there where I'm pointing. So where I keep my new vinyls. So I obviously have an inbox for vinyls. As I said, I use it to ensure that I actually get to listen to all the new stuff before integrating it into my collection. Of course, I'll take stuff out from the collection and listen to it. But that's a way to make sure that I get to listen to everything I have. And I will actually at some point have to go through my collection and just check what's in there that I haven't listened to yet, and just give it some spins, right? Because to me, what's the point of having it if you can't listen to it? That's just my principle. I'm not saying that it's wrong to have stuff you don't listen to. That's none of my business. I have adopted the inbox notion to my CDs as well, and I actually have 2 CD inboxes. I have just the sort of standard inbox where I put CDs in it, and that's literally a box, because CDs, once you get rid of the jewel cases, CDs take up next to no space. So I have 2 CD inboxes. I have one sort of standard one for just new CDs I buy, and then I have a first impressions one for blind buys. So that's reserved for blind buys. And I don't know if there's any point in actually having those 2, but I kind of like that. It kind of works for me. And the same thing with cassette tapes. I also have an in shelf, again, I guess, for cassette tapes. Again, just to make sure that I get to listen to them. And I keep my inbox / in shelves, inboxes, whatever. I keep them near my listening chair. I have a kind of like a chair that I like sitting in when I listen to cassettes and when I listen to CDs. The chair I'm sitting in now is my vinyl listening chair, just because it's an office chair and I can sort of move around on it when I need to flip the vinyls. Anyways, that's the inbox for me. So it's not really a gatekeeping thing for me. It's more like a make sure you listen to the new stuff thing. But the inbox has really improved my collecting, I think, basically because it ensures that I listen to all the stuff I buy, instead of it just sitting around and gathering dust. That's kind of a shame. That's not what the musicians, what they make music for. They make music in order for you to listen to it, right? So that's what I use the inbox for. I do see absolutely the point in using it for gatekeeping purposes. That makes a whole lot of sense to me, right? Especially if you want your collection to only have good stuff in it, to only have stuff in it that you like. And it can also help people, right? If they're, people that do a lot of VCLT. My cat is now trying to catch my beard, so I just have to keep an eye on my cat. But yeah, so some people, I think they also keep so they have the gatekeeping inbox, and then stuff they don't like, they put that into another box, a VCLT box. So that's technically an out box. And that's, I mean, it's really neat. Logistically, I'm a fan of the inbox. Anyways, that was a discussion of the inbox. I better stop the video now before my cat eats my entire beer. So thanks for watching.